Hey guys, it's been a while since I did a video, so here we go. I'm going to do a quick lab garden tour with you guys, show you around what's been happening in the lab. So without further ado, I'm just going to flip the camera around and we're going to take a look at what's happening here. All right, so first off here, if we start at my workstation, um, I received lately, some of you might have seen some ProMix Connect. So this is a mycorrhizal inoculant. So I'm going to be testing this soon. I'm waiting on some samples of Dino Myco to basically, I want to do a side-by-side test. So see which one performs and how. So here you go. So if we move here towards the germination tent. All right, so right here I have clones that I'm trying to breed here, clones of 7-pot Lucy here, and these two clones I'm trying to make them root. We'll see what happens with these. Over here I've got a single fish pepper. Originally the algae test was supposed to be with fish pepper, but only one of the 10 seeds I had germinated, so this is going to be kept on the side to be able to save seeds eventually. And I reset the algae test with these guys here, which are Sriracha pumpkin, Kangstar Sriracha pumpkin. Oh, see, we've got another one here, but it's got a helmet head. I'm gonna have to take care of that. But essentially, I have 2 germinated, waiting on 2 more to get the test started. So these are for the algae-based nutrients, which are basically these here. So if we go back, there's going to be 1 test with Akedzi, and they're all going to be supplemented by Fertilizer, the fertilizer line, with added organic fertilizer for the seaweed organic fertilizer. Another plant is going to have Organilab, and another plant is going to have Bionic, and the last plant will be a control, so it won't have any algae, just fertilizer, the fertilizer line. And over here we've got a 5. The 6th one doesn't have any leaves, so we'll see what happens with that. But we have these are golden reapers. So basically these plants are going to be used for another of my tests, which I'll just give you a quick show of these after. So I'm going to have 5 plants on that test. 1 plant is going to be using fertilizer, so the whole fertilizer lineup. Another plant is going to be using the advanced nutrients lineup, which is here. Another plant is going to be using the Substra line from Canna in ProMix soil, like all the others, ProMix BX or HP depending. And this guy here, Terra Vega, is going to go on a plant that's going to be planted in potting soil, so pre-fertilized soil. So we're going to test all these 4 side by side with a 5th control plant that's going to have basically just the potting soil. And no added nutrients during its life cycle. So we'll see how that goes, and we'll show you what the different brands of nutrients do. Otherwise here, if we move on to the first flower veg tent, basically growth tent. Oh, just made my pepper in a can fall over. It's always falling over, so yeah, so here you have the Sugar Rush Peach in a can, which peppers are almost ready, not quite. They're getting to their peach color, but it's not quite final yet. So pepper in a can, which is basically always falling over because of the weight of all those big ass peppers in the can. Over here we've got the hot purple indoor version, so you can see the peppers are growing in mass, so a lot of peppers are growing here. And we got the ripening stages, so you have the purple, some are cream yellow, and orange red. So those are the stages of ripening for these. And this is the Dragon Breath Cross, which has no peppers at all. It's pushing flowers, but the flowers keep falling off. They're not pollinating for some reason, and I keep manually trying to help them out, you know. but nothing's growing on it. I can't, or if there is, they're really well hidden because I can't find them. But there's no peppers yet. Same thing outdoors, actually. So this is this tent, and by the way, here we have UV now, so the FM3 from Fitzurvag is here with the UV light. UV bar is here as well. Alright, so if we keep going here, we have the 4x4 tent, the other veg flower tent. So in here we have, you can see my AC Infinity. I removed the carbon filter from the setup because the suction wasn't going hard enough. I needed a bit more suction for the temperature since I installed the monster of an FM8 and 3 supplemental bars. So I'm keeping the filter here because it's damn sexy, but it's not connected for now, and I don't really need a filter, but I like the look of it, if that makes any sense at all. So here we have the white Fatali, which is growing pods. This plant, I've noticed, compared to outdoors, that it's been producing much smaller pods than its outdoor counterpart, and that's pretty much the only one so far that's been giving me smaller pods than outdoors. The others seem to be going similar, so I don't know why this one. We'll see if something evolves. Next here we've got the Roxa Black Lantern here. So this one has 2 pods which are black, black purplish, and not much else is going on. I mean, there's flowers, but I'm not getting any more than these 2 pods for now. Isolated flowers with organza bags, so we'll see if that works out. And the pink Taj Mahal here in the back has pods, but they're not ripening yet. They're soon, I'm guessing soon. Outdoors started to ripen, so we'll probably get something. And this one too, it's kind of stopped pushing pods. It's flowering, but slowly. So we'll see what happens with this one here, but there's still a few pods on it, so probably after I pick the first batch of pods, it's going to start producing again. And these guys are all under, like I said, the FM8 by Fitzurvag. Amazing powerhouse of a light. This is not even at 100%. And we have the UV bars, which are, these are experimental bars, so they're not on the market. And the far red 660 NM bar, which is also a prototype, not on the market, but I'm testing these here. So this is this tent where we have all that going on, and let me just show you one last thing indoors. All right, so if I just turn on my shop light, here I have honey fermented garlic. So this has been going for almost a month. So it's basically fresh garlic from the garden that's fermenting in raw, unpasteurized honey. And we have the same thing going here with Kangstar Scarlet Rose peppers. So this is going to be spicy honey with fermented peppers that have fermented in the honey, and the honey itself will be fermented too. So I have these 2 things to look forward to tasting. All right, so we're gonna move outside. So we're gonna take a quick walk together, and we're gonna go see what's happening out there to the garden. So come with me. I'll walk and talk. So anybody who doesn't really know me, basically because I don't talk about myself much, maybe can shoot a few details while we're here. I do have a day job. I do work in insurance, project coordinator. Yeah, so that's my job, and that's what I do daily. So this is lunch break for me. This is what I do during my lunch breaks, is I take care of posts for you guys and look at my peppers. And I'm also an avid gamer, so you can see right here my setup. So I have fun gaming too when I'm not growing peppers, which is most of my time. Here, this is my office. So my day job happens here. That's my office. So let's go upstairs. You know, I'm working from home, as most of you probably are. Now, back upstairs, we have a huge dog. Right here, this is Luna, my big puppy. And let's go outside. All right, let me just put on my rain boots real quick here. Don't mean to stuff my face in your face. Okay, let's go take a little walk out there. So let me just flip the camera around again. Walk down here. We'll start with the vegetables, and then we'll go to the peppers. So a bit of extracurricular gardening. So here we have the cucumbers. If you can look, see, there's a English cucumber here coming along here too. And we have some straight eights cucumbers here as well that are growing. You can see that these are the Roma tomato bushes, jungles. I can't even begin to comprehend where the plant ends and starts. But there's tomatoes and there's leaves and it's happy, so I'm letting it go. And these tall guys here are like almost 10 feet tall, are the large cherry red tomatoes. You've got a nice pumpkin here. It's coming up. Another smaller one there. And we got another big one here. So these are large cherry red from the back here. Beans are done. And the pumpkin here is still throwing out flowers, so might get more. And it's crawling slowly towards the play area. So we'll see what happens here. This is my 1-year-old Black Panther. So I know all you guys love the Black Panther. So there's no ripe pods. So no dramatic shots today, but we have a few black pods coming along, and it's producing pretty constantly, so this plant is doing very well. Here I had a Sugar Rush Peach clone which died. This is a Kangstar Lemon Starburst clone that's taken, and here we had clones of 7 Pot Lucy that died. So that's that. This is the Chocolate Bootlaw. So we've started producing here many peppers in the Chocolate Bootlaw, and they're going to ripen eventually. This here is the Kangstar Scarlet Rose, which also has a ton of green peppers all over the place, and should be producing constantly until the end of the season. We have, oh yeah, see, we have one that's ripening here. So this one has a ton, and we have the Peach Starkist that also has an absolute ton of peppers, all getting ready to ripen. So this is another amazing plant that's going to give me way more peppers than I need. The Hot Purple, the outdoor version, so you can see it's similar in the way that it's producing a lot of peppers, but the plant itself is less bushy and more stretchy, with outreaching branches instead of being all in one small compact bush. So here, this one here is the Dragon Breath Cross. Basically it's the same thing. This one too stretched out as a tree more than a bush. This one too is not producing anything, so we don't have any peppers yet on this guy. And here we have the Pink Taj Mahal, which produced a lot more peppers than the indoor counterpart, and they're also in the process of ripening. The White Fatali here has been producing fairly, and I've been harvesting from it constantly since the last few days. So you can see the white one here, the white yellowish one. This one too has been growing fairly well. And the Roxa Black Lantern in here is giant. So this one's stretched out like a literal tree, and it's producing peppers. I have 3 or 4, not many. And they have also a green tint to them outdoors, so they're purplish with green tint. So I'm thinking they're going to ripen faster. And the orange Scotch bonnet here, which started pushing out more pods. As you can see, there's one here, and they're going to be ripe fairly soon. So that's it. Oh, there you go. That was the garden tour, indoors and out. I hope you enjoyed the quick view of everything I have going here. So I hope you have a great rest of your day and a great weekend, and feel free to pop any questions in my DMs or under the video. Take care, guys, and we'll talk soon.